Our ocean innovator today is Associate Director at the International Marine Mammal Project. He joined the Earth Island Institute in 1995 and worked ever since on protecting dolphins, whales, and other endangered ocean giants. He's a writer, an editor, and a contributor to many books and articles that focus on marine wildlife. He has accumulated over 40 years experience in lobbying in the California state capitol, in Sacramento, in the US Congress, in Washington, DC on wildlife and wilderness issues. Everyone, please welcome Mark Palmer, Associate Director at the International Marine Mammal Project.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here and coming to you from California, a very smoky California. We're having a lot of trouble with the impacts of global warming, and as you know, it's been pretty nasty here in terms of breathing the air.
We are sorry to hear that, Mark. Thanks for joining us today. In a few words, can you tell us what is the International Marine Mammal Project and why was it created?
Well, Earth Island Institute is our umbrella organization. There are 85 projects at the Earth Island Institute from around the world working on a variety of different environmental issues. It was set up by David Brower, who was the first executive director of the Sierra Club, and went on to found many groups, including Friends of the Earth and the Earth Island Institute. As I say, International Marine Mammal Project was formed just at the beginning of Earth Island Institute, so it's been around for a while and was formed in order to address these issues of marine mammals, whales and dolphins, and the harm that's being caused to them throughout the years from our environmental problems ranging from fishing nets to outright killing of these animals through whaling and dolphin slaughter in Taiji, Japan. So we've been pretty active for a number of years.
Can you tell us more about your different campaigns?
Yeah, we have several different campaigns we're focused on. We're the group that set up the Dolphin Safe label that you see on cans of tuna. And we actually have monitors around the world who work on that, who go into tuna canneries, tuna boats, and they check to see that and ensure that tuna is indeed dolphin safe, that's labeled as dolphin safe. We have a number of organizations, companies, about probably around 95% of the world's tuna industry is part of our dolphin safe program, and we make sure that in fact they're following those standards. We're also opposing whaling at the International Whaling Commission. We're very active on the issue of plastics. We've recently filed a lawsuit along with other Earth Island projects against 10 major companies who have been polluting the California coast by dumping plastics and producing plastics. These are companies like Colgate, Palmolive, and Pepsi-Cola, Coca-Cola. We find their bottles and we find their trash on the beaches, and it's up to them to fix this problem, in our opinion. So we're suing them, very similar to a lawsuit that's already been ongoing against companies that are involved in producing tobacco and companies that are producing climate problems with their various aspects. So it's that kind of a lawsuit to get these companies to fix the problem that they've created.
And what are your needs and how can we help you?
Well, we have lots of needs like any organizations. We do want lots of supporters to come and visit our website, which is savedolphins.eii.org. That's the best place to focus on what we're doing and to find out more about how they can help. We have petitions online. We also have a postcard campaign we're using right now against SeaWorld. SeaWorld, of course, has the largest numbers of captive orcas and other dolphins in the United States. And these animals are basically miserable. They die at an early age. It's a terrible situation that people don't understand and don't realize this is going on. So donations, volunteer work, sending in postcards, all kinds of different things are available on our website, and people should go to savedolphins.eii.org to find out more.
Fantastic. And Mark, why is it so important for our ecosystem to save dolphins and whales?
Well, to a certain extent, we do believe that these animals are very important in the ecosystem. They are at the top of the food chain in terms of the chemicals that we're seeing concentrated in their blubber. Those chemicals also are being concentrated in human blubber. So if we get rid of the problems of ocean pollution, we can also help humans as well. But I think most importantly, people just really love dolphins and whales. They are one of the innocent, very intelligent organisms that live in the ocean. Everybody loves them, and they really shouldn't be the victims of the kinds of things that humans are doing inadvertently in terms of discarding waste and plastics and all kinds of other sorts of pollutants that we put into the ocean. We shouldn't be killing them. We shouldn't be using them for our entertainment. They should be left alone in the wild where they belong.
Yeah, people definitely love dolphins and whales. Talking about love, I've seen the movie Free Willy. You've got some involvement in this. Can you tell us more?
We did. We actually, our 1-800-4-WHALES number is in the Free Willy DVD. You'll see it at the end of the movie. And when word got out that the orca star of Free Willy, whose name was Keiko, was living in a very small tank in Mexico, and while the Free Willy, the Willy of the movie, was released and went back to his home, people started asking, well, what about Keiko, the real whale that is still in his home? So we mounted a campaign. We formed the Free Willy Keiko Foundation. In fact, I've got our little hat here. See if you can see that. This is a rare hat that we have for Free Willy Keiko Foundation. And we moved him to his home waters in Iceland and released him. He spent about 4 years living in the sea pen we had in Iceland and in the wild. He actually swam all the way from Iceland to Norway. So we consider it a pretty good result of that release, and would like to see other whales and dolphins do the same, and have been involved in some other releases as well.
This is so inspiring. Now, talking about a topic a little bit more serious, can you tell us more about lobbying, and what effect does lobbying have on conservation for dolphins and whales?
Well, it's very important that we have lobbyists in places like the United States Congress, in the California state legislature for some issues that involve dolphins, such as the use of gill nets in California waters. Important issues are decided in these forums, and as you can imagine, there are lots of lobbyists for the oil companies, for the fishing companies, for all kinds of people who want to make money and want to protect their activities that they're doing, which may be harming the ocean. So the whales and dolphins need a voice in those places. And I and my colleagues at the International Marine Mammal Project, as well as many other organizations in the United States, have been the voice for whales and dolphins in those forums. And we've made some progress here and there, but we've got a ways to go.
And can you explain how legislative advocacy and legal research help support saving dolphins and whales?
Well, again, we have a lawsuit, for example, against SeaWorld right now, where we're contending that SeaWorld's false claims about orcas in captivity is a violation of US law, particularly consumer protection laws and fair business practices laws. They're lying to the public about their orcas in captivity, about how well they're doing, how they're thriving, et cetera, et cetera. And our lawsuit is showing that up, and we're going to hopefully get the court to agree with us that SeaWorld should be telling the truth to the public about their orcas. And once people know the truth that orcas do not do well in captivity, that SeaWorld has done practices which are harmful to those orcas, we think fewer and fewer people will support having those orcas in captivity. It's a move in order to get the public understanding and get the courts helping us and getting the word out about the truth of orcas in captivity, which will in turn help us retire those orcas, hopefully to seaside sanctuaries where they can have a lot more room to roam, would be fed and still have veterinary care, So it's a step. We can't really free a lot of these whales because they aren't going to be doing well in the wild, but we can be able to provide them, for example, with a large enclosure in the ocean. And that's, we're also working on that aspect to put together whale sanctuaries, just as we have elephant sanctuaries and gorilla sanctuaries for these animals to retire.
Thank you very much, Mark. We'll finish with a 2-second message you would like to leave to our audience today.
Well, the major point I want to make is never give up. That's the most important thing I've learned in the years of working on these things. You never can tell when something's going to break your way. So kids, never give up on helping these animals, and be sure to head to our website at savedolphins.eii.org for more information.
And there we go. That was Ocean Innovators release number 7, celebrating 10 years to achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Don't forget to press the bell button to subscribe, and we will see you next time.